I just arrived in the place where I'm supposed to ask some people to give me a ride. Oh shit. To give me a ride to go to Gothenburg, which is in Sweden. And I even made this sign over here that you can see. And I'm hoping there's someone who'll be willing to take me to Sweden, because this is apparently the place where you need to go. Some few facts that I learned in Copenhagen. Apparently 2/3 of the people living in Denmark, their last name ends with a sen, the S-E-N. And the reason for this is that in the past, the sons or the daughters of a family or the parents, they had the ending would be sen or dotir. Sen stands for son, and so for instance, if the father's name was Carl, the son's name would be Carlson. That's the last name, which means the son of Carl. And if they had a daughter, the last name would be, I don't know, Karls dotir, which means the daughter of Carl. But due to the government issuing a law after a while that said that it's mandatory to have a last name that is fixed, they decided to go with the last name of the father with a sen on it. So that's why when you ask some people here in Copenhagen or in Denmark in general, what's your last name, 2/3 of them will most likely say something that ends with a sen. So for this knowledge, keep it up. And something else, well, Denmark consists of more than 100 islands, but not all of them have people living in them. And they also have a beach where you can go surfing, and it's called Hawaii actually. So yeah, I think that's it. Meanwhile, I need to go and find a ride because it's already 3 p.m. So it's getting kind of late, and I've never done this before, so I'm like curious to find out how this is gonna be. Yeah, but it's an adventure, you know. Live now, act now. I've never done this before. To be honest with you, it feels so weird that I'm doing this. Oh man. God, but I have to smile. Yeah. Talk about feeling uncomfortable, man. Like, unbelievable, but smile. Yeah. So smile. Try the sign. If this doesn't work, I'm probably gonna go to the cars separately and ask them, can you help me around? Talk a little bit about myself and see if they can help me. There was just a car that passed by. The girl looked pretty fine. Real fine. No car. Like seriously, no car. Really uncomfortable. Like really uncomfortable. I hope you get used to it, because you get used to a lot. Yeah. I'm not gonna go to the cars, because I've already been standing here for like 5 minutes and no success. And I need to speed it up. So I'm gonna go to the cars one by one and ask them to help me out. I think that's the best option. I managed to catch a ride to take me to Malmö, which is a city close to Copenhagen. And this is actually Michael, who was willing to help me out. Thanks a lot, Michael. I was standing there for like half an hour, and he's agreed to take me. And one of the reasons is because he used to be a hitchhiker himself, and then he discovered that people are more or less scared to do this to help people who are in need of hitchhiking. But he said that he doesn't mind. So for that I'm really grateful, because otherwise who knows how long I would have been standing there. The plan now is probably to get to Malmö and try to catch another ride to go to Gothenburg. If not, I'll try to get the Flixbus, because this is like cheaper from Malmö than from Gothenburg. But Michael, I would really like to say thank you for helping me out. It's my first time that I'm doing this, and I'm really looking forward to get to know you as well. So yeah. Cheers. I just made it in Malmo railway station, and I was thinking of hitchhiking before, but it's kind of dark right now, so I'm not sure if I would use my sign you'll be able to see me. So I decided to get here to the central station of Malmo and instead take a Flixbus. It's quite cheap. If I would have booked earlier, it would have been 13 €90, but since I'm doing it last minute, it's 23 €90. But yeah, it's gonna get me to Gothenburg. It's gonna take 3 hours. So all in all, I'm really happy with the outcome. Yeah, I managed to hitchhike from Copenhagen all the way to Malmo, which is a city in Sweden. So it's like baby steps since it's not so far from each other. I would say with a car it will take you around 30 minutes to do the distance that I covered, but I did it with two people, two cars. So now I'm actually waiting for the Flixbus to come and I don't see it. But maybe I can talk about how it was with Copenhagen. For instance, the people who are studying there, I noticed that people who finish bachelor, they always do, well, not always, but the ones that I was talking to, they were also taking a gap year so that they could do some internship and then proceed to their masters. So this is kind of different compared to Belgium, and I don't know if this is all in all present in all of Denmark, but it's just something that you realize that there is no way, not one way of living and not one way of doing stuff. So this is also a different approach that you can use. So yeah, and I think that's the Flixbus. Yeah, Flixbus has arrived.